So some people across all my platforms wanted me to go in depth about the whole Jonathan Majors movie. Asking me, well, what do you mean? Well, first off, let's just say this. I'm never trying to put a negative connotation on anybody's name and their art. Let's just start there. Secondly, before he was Jonathan Majors to a lot of you guys, alongside Michael B. Jordan in the Creed 3 film, which brought him to major status, I was watching his movies on Amazon Prime. I knew about him in 2018, 2019, before he got like big. So I was already enjoying his art, just from the movies I would search on Amazon Prime. And we are talking about Magazine Dreams. I will get to that. So looking at this guy's interviews, and it could all be a hoax. It could be fake. I don't know this guy from a can of paint, and my readings could be wrong. But just from observing his interviews, I seen how he would correct certain people when they would say like curse words or what's considered bad words. And he would correct them with a better word. And just how he conducts himself in interviews gave me a Christian vibe of this guy. Not saying Christians can't do wrong, but it gave me okay, well, he was brought up a certain way and he definitely has a Christian background. So I already drew a liking towards him. Like, as a black man to a black man, I already drew a liking towards the guy. And I knew how to appreciate art, and I thought he was a decent person, you know? Years go by, and, you know, there's altercation, or whatever, the headlines for y'all know what. When it came out, I didn't really believe the story. I'm like, this is fake. This don't seem like him. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not. I didn't get that from his interviews. I didn't see that, but interviews could be wrong. So let's talk about the Magazine Dreams. When I went there last Friday, when it opened up in theaters, first, I'm supporting Black Man to a Black Man. I'm supporting. Second, I love his art in his previous movies, so I'm going to support. There's always a redemption for people deserve second chances, whether they did wrong or people thought they did wrong by what's portrayed in the media. And it might be a good movie. So, not doing my research, just seeing the trailer, like a lot of people, seeing, okay, does this seem like a good trailer or a bad trailer? I go and I'm watching the film and I'm like 20, 30 minutes in, I'm like, dude, what is this? It had me on edge. It had me giving anxiety vibes when it gave me anxiety vibes, and I don't even have anxiety. I don't think I do. I might, but I don't think I do. I heard the video came out in the movie was made in 2023, but with all that stuff, it wasn't released going on in his personal life. As I'm watching a movie, I'm like, this seems like, as it's unfolding, I'm like, this seems like it's kind of talking about his life, like that hey, what he went through in the past couple years with the girl. He seems abusive just with his words, and short-tempered, angry, and ill. I'm not saying that he's ill in real life, and I'm not saying any of those, but it seemed like it was going along the lines of what was going on in the mainstream media about him. And I was like, is this a good move? Is this a good look for him? I'm worried for him. Like, is this gonna be a comeback film? Because I'm not even thinking this is a comeback film. I'm thinking this is just a film, a part of his movie history. And there's gonna be bad times, there's gonna be not so okay moments, and there's gonna be great moments. I don't think this was a great moment in his career. The acting was great, but I think the movie was terrible. I was pissed off the first 20, 30, 40 minutes of the movie. Like, I didn't know how to separate the actor from the character. And when I did, I'm like, this is just... And I was like, I mentioned, would it be better if someone white played the film? Would it be better if Denzel played the film? And I'm thinking like, no, it just wasn't a good film for me. It wasn't a good film. And I understand it's someone's art, but no, I didn't like it. I supported it, but I didn't like it. I thought it was a terrible role for him. He could have done a lot better. I've seen him do better in other films. This was not for him. This was not for him. This was not a good look for him, in my opinion. And they said, you know, you should have done your research because these type of movies from Sundance are really dark movies. Yeah, you think? It was dark. And the guy above, a few seats ahead of me, because there's only 3 of us in the theater. Three guys. All black. You know, the guy in front of me, after the movie was done, he was like, whew, this is one of the most depressing movies I have ever seen. And I'm like, what'd you say? Because I didn't know if he said impressive or depressing. And he said, this is one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen. It wasn't fun. It wasn't like, okay, I got to give him a standing ovation for this. I was angry. I was mad. Pissed off. It was emotional roller coaster. It wasn't good for him. It wasn't a good look. So I thought it was a bad film for him. Like, y'all know the movie that y'all say Jennifer Lopez is a great actress, but the movie Geely was terrible. I thought this was a terrible film for him. The film was terrible. The role, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.